everybody, it's Michelle and I am back with another planner video. I've been reluctant to upload any new videos because for those of you who may not know, my channel was hacked and someone stole all of the videos on my channel list and uploaded them to their own channel. And I have reported it a few times to YouTube, but they are still there. They have not been taken down yet. So hopefully something will be done about that soon. But I wanted to go ahead and film today because I have kind of drastically changed the way that I have my setup. So I wanted to go over that with you guys and just show you what I've been doing this past few weeks or this past month or so. But I'll give you a look at that and kind of tell you what I am planning to do with all of my stuff. In my last video, I was in my Evernote Moleskine, which I love this book. I still love this book, and but I had made some inserts for my Midori or my Fauxdoris, and I modified those inserts to also fit into an A5 size binder or a half letter size binder, and so I got it in my head that I was going to move into an A5 size binder so that I could use those inserts because I set them up the way that I have my bullet journal set up. And I'm going to show you that quickly. I did find one and I moved into this very briefly. I found this on Amazon and it is a zip binder and it's camouflage. I know I had intended to paint this when I first purchased it, but I never really bothered to do that. I found it for only $15.99, and I searched high and low for this thing because let me show you why. It's different from other binders. It only has 3 rings, and I used to be able to find these quite often if I'd go into certain stores, but I haven't found any lately. It's become harder and harder. I have maybe 3 or 4 others that are like this also, and I just prefer that to the 6 ring. But I moved in here briefly and moved right back out after about a week, 2 weeks, 2 weeks maybe. I'm going to show you the inserts that I made real quickly. Let me find an empty month, because I set them up similar to my bullet journal. And I made like a self-contained month. So this was March. And I just have a note sheet there, monthly task here, the calendar for the month, and everything is dated. I did the entire year. It's all dated, all the weeks, everything dated with my timetable and my setup the way that I had it in the bullet journal. All those weeks, and then a monthly tracker here. And then I put in enough note sheets that would last for the entire month, but I have them pulled out of here. I didn't put them all in this book. I was using them for extra note pages, but it is a contained month. And let me show you, because here is the personal size Midori insert that I made. So it's the same, exact same setup, just smaller with the weeks, with the tracker, and then all of these note sheets back here. So this was meant to last like an entire month, and where you could take the books out and archive them. So I used it, moved out of it, because I knew there was no way I was going to carry this around with me. I don't know why I ever think to move into this size, because it never ever works out for me. So at first I said I could just use it to archive material or for reference material, but when I really sat down and thought about it, it didn't make a lot of sense for me to use this to reference material when I was already using my Happy Planner also. If I wanted to just have a place to put some reference material, then I could put that in my Happy Planner, and I could only use 2 things instead of 3 things. So I pulled anything important out of here and put it inside this Happy Planner. So that is over there. I'm not using this. I am using this. I'm using my personal size Fauxdori. And when I first moved back in, I was using this one, which is a smaller size. Well, it's the same size, but it's not as wide. And these books are pretty wide. They get pretty chunky, even though it's only 2 books. So I went ahead and moved into the red one because I made it wider. And I'm going to show you how I have this one set up. First, let me show you the actual Fauxdori. And this was previously a standard size Fauxdori, and I just cut it down to resize it. And you can see here are the holes that I used to have in here because I like double straps, and I always make double straps on my leather. So I just put in this elastic here just to kind of give it some character because I didn't want 2 empty holes there on the side. And I decided to rivet all of my holes with black, or put, eyelets in there with the black elastic. So it's all red and black, and I think it looks nice. And I added some glass beads at the bottom. None of them match, but that's okay. I don't mind. And I also added my charm here. I have a bad glare today, which is my state quarter, Texas, of course, that I made for this binder. Now, in here I only have 2 books, which is all I really need for planning purposes. Referencing material that's a whole different story, but for planning I just need these 2 books right here. So I have in here 2 composition books, and that's all they are, is plain composition books. And let me show you what they look like before I change them. I have one here somewhere. They are the 5x7 composition books, and they look like this, or very similar to this. And I just cut it down and put scrapbook paper on there and add it to the book. And the paper quality is not fantastic, but I really don't care about the paper quality in this. I found these on clearance the other day, so I got a few more so that I could stock up. But that's all these books are right here. I added the scrapbook paper and washi tape just to kind of give it some prettiness. Now I taped on my goals for the first quarter here, and this here is a card holder that I made, and it just slips around that first book. So it's not connected to here, it just slips around. I have 3 cards on each side. I do use this as my wallet, so these are all of my bank cards and all that good stuff. My ID, all in there. And this is my bullet journal book, actually. This is where I have all of my daily tasks and daily notes. And I have pretty much been using 1 page per day in this book. I decided to use just the traditional bullet journal style monthly calendar here, where I just listed out all the days with the day of the week and jotted in notes there with some goals here for the month right there. And I don't need a 2-page calendar in here because I have that in my happy planner. And daily notes here. I don't even have an index in here right now. I don't think I need an index. What I was doing is just highlighting certain things in a different color if I knew they needed to be put into a reference somewhere. Daily notes, the time tracker here. And I decided I needed a weekly view because I like this. I put this in everything that I do. So, and there's nothing like this in the Happy Planner unless I wanted to actually write out all the times and do the timetable in my Happy Planner, but I don't want to do that in there. So I went ahead and made up my weekly spread with my timetables here, meals here, just little notes right here for each day or tasks that need to be done or appointments for that day, and my tracker over here for the week, weekly task, and meals here. And I'm going to see how this works out. This is this week right here. I didn't have one last week. more daily notes, and I did put in just a to-do list for a blog and videos, because this is kind of what I'm working on right now. And I wrote in this calendar, but this is not for my appointments or my schedule. This has nothing to do with that. This is only an editorial calendar. And I only put it in here so that I can kind of get a look at what I'm going to be doing and when I plan to do it and how it's going to look on the calendar. And I did mark that with pink washi tape, because anything business related, I like to mark that with pink. And then here is today, actually, right here. And I've just been putting in stickers or whatever, and I have discovered that I really like the messy look. To me, the organized chaos is what I prefer. I don't know why, but when it comes to planning and all my daily to-dos, my daily notes, I like it when it looks messy. I don't, if it's neat, then I don't want to mess with it. I don't want to ruin it. So I like it messy. The messier the better. And that's just the way it is. I know it may sound weird to some folks, but I know there are other people who know what I'm talking about. So in the back here, I just, of course, like I said, I have the cards here, and I taped on this sticky note here for my grocery list. And that is my first book. So I'm in this every day, all the time, writing down my notes, checking my tasks, marking things off, all day long. And this here is my scribble notes book. That's what I call it. Scribble notes. This is notes on anything and everything that comes to mind, projects that I'm working on, webinars that I participated in, YouTube videos that I want to remember something, things that I want to buy. All of that goes in here. And some of this may end up going into my reference material, but probably most of it won't, because I only need to keep these notes while I'm working on a project. And maybe the finished project will go into the reference material, but I won't need all of this information to keep that in the long-term reference book. So that is what this book is for. And in the front, I added a pocket where I keep just, my washi tapes and little stickers, my ruler that I like to use, which was from the personal size Filofax. And I did add a pin holder by just stapling on a piece of elastic. And when I'm done with this book, I can just take this off and add it to my new book, and I will continue to use this as my pin holder. On the back of this, I did tape on a couple of things that are actually attached to this book. I used the wide 1-inch washi tape to attach on this top-loading envelope, and in the back I put in another card holder, and this one is actually a Filofax card holder, either that or a Day Runner, I can't remember which. And here I keep my cash and there's some movie passes, that type of thing in there, and back here I keep like insurance cards, business cards, and these pictures here in the back. So this is a very simple setup, and it's mainly intended for me to keep my daily tasks, daily notes, and just any notes on projects that I'm working on. Anything important will need to be moved somewhere else, but that's okay, because I can deal with that later. But this goes with me everywhere, because of course it has all my wallet, all my money, everything is in here. And so if I am sitting at a doctor's appointment and I think of something, I can always pull this out and jot it down, which I have already done several times while I'm sitting at the doctor, or I am sitting in the line waiting to pick up a prescription, or in the line waiting to pick up food. So it's really come in handy, and this size is just so great. If you've thought about getting a personal size Fauxdori, I would recommend it. If you don't mind the smaller size, having less real estate on the page, then this is just a great size, because it feels so good in your hands, and it's so easy to carry around and throw in your purse. Now, of course, I make with the vertical straps so that I can use these elastics to hold my book open, or to keep my spot. And that is really nice. And I can even use this internal elastic to hold that open, and I still have my back elastic to pull and close my book. So that's ended up being really, really nice. So I think this was a good thing for me moving in here. Of course, we never know how long it's going to last. It may last only another month or so, and I decide to use something different. But it's working for me right now. And I do have my Coletto pen in here, which I was not using before. But with my mantra this year of using what you got, I decided I want to try to use up all of my Coletto ink refills, and so I put it in here so I can use up all of that ink. And when the ink is gone, I will just put my barrels away and see if in the future I want to use them again. But that is my Fauxdori, and this goes with me everywhere. And I'm going to show you guys my happy planner very quickly, and we will be done. So here's my happy planner. I just added on my band from the Smash brand, so I can use it as a pen holder here. And when they named this a happy planner, they did a good job, because this certainly does make me very happy. I have used this consistently since I got it back in October. And it's not a planner, it's more like a memory keeper. So I think I've already showed maybe up through the first week of January, but I will say here, this came out of the other binder, and I just put it in here to add to it. I just repunched the holes to stick here in the happy planner. It was information I wanted to keep because it's on bills and my taxes and that type of thing, so I wanted to keep it all in this one book. And then we had January. I was going to do a flip through of the month of January, but with the situation with my channel getting hacked, I just decided not to do that. But I will do that quickly now. Here's my monthly overview, so it's everything for the month, all appointments, everything, shopping, all that good stuff. And this was the first week of January, and I'm pretty sure I already showed this. And then I just continued on. I just jot in just little notes on what I did that day, anything important for the day. I put in all my pictures. Here is another little hospital band because baby girl had to go get her ears fixed that day. She had surgery. And this next week here was my grandson's birthday this day. So I have my pictures from his birthday. It's me and my mom, her doctor's appointment, and I just have this all decorated out for his birthday. In his birthday party this weekend here. All the pictures from that. So this was a very colorful spread. These right here came out of the A5 binder. I was keeping notes in there every day. So I went ahead and pulled them out of there and stuck them in here so I could have everything together all in one place, since it wasn't archived in my book in here. So these were just my daily notes from that, and then just my little spread from their birthday party. And I had a joint party with my grandson and my granddaughter because their birthdays are only 2 weeks apart, so I usually wait and they have one party together. This is the next week. We had another birthday party to go to this day, so there's just some stuff from a birthday party. This is what I love about this happy planner, because you can just punch it and stick all this good stuff in here, like the party invitation, the picture from Chuck E. Cheese, my daily notes that came out of the A5 binder are in here also. The next week here, just more, these are more of the daily notes that came out of the A5 binder. More pictures from the kids going to the zoo, doctor's appointments, all that is in here. And this is February here. I haven't filled out this section yet because I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with this. I don't think I did it in January either. No, I did not. Here is my monthly spread for February, and everything is written in here. Even my blog posts and videos I have here. So it's all in one place. And I just have it decorated up for Valentine's Day. This is last week's spread. And there is one day, because it was the first, I did have notes in the other book before I moved totally out of it. But this was my spread for last week. With all my pictures, everything that I've been doing. And this is this week, which I usually wait till the end of the week and come in here and write in all my notes, because then I know I have all my pictures that I want to put in, and I can get all of that put on here where I want it to be, and then put more stickers or write in all the notes. But I did go ahead and put these stickers for my TV stickers, because these shows are coming back on this day, and I had already printed them out, so I went ahead and put them there. And then I do just go ahead and cover up all the morning, afternoon, and evening over here. This version of the Happy Planner only has it written here on Monday, so I only have to worry about covering those up. And I have the whole year in here, and I may end up taking it out because it's getting very bulky. I have ordered bigger rings though, so hopefully that will take care of the bulk. I do have bigger rings, but they're the gold rings, and I don't like them. The paper gets caught up on them horrible, and it's very frustrating. In my tab sections back here, I just had like personal stuff, business stuff, and then other odd notes back here. But this is where I'm going to rewrite or repunch in some of that other information, reference information that I took out of the A5 binder. And then I have my blank sheets here. I have more, but they're stored away on different discs. I have my zip pouch that came out of my Erin Condren back here. I had repunched and put in here. And the pocket that came out of the Erin Condren, I repunched and put in here. And right now, this is why I'm going to take it out quickly. This is why it's so bulky back here, because I have this big fat envelope back here with a bunch of mail, some stickers, and all of these sheets here that came out of the other book that I need to get put into this book here. I added my pen holder to this folder right here, and that's worked out pretty well. And that is my happy planner. Like I said, every week I make sure that it's up to date, because this is going to be where, you know, I can go back and look at all my memories for the year, and everything is all in one place. And the kids love looking at it, looking at all the pictures, remembering what we did on those days, and it's just worked out really, really well. I'm very pleased. And I heard that, or I saw a video that Mambi is coming out with an 8.5 by 11 planner, which I would love to have that, because you could put a regular sized piece of paper, or at least here in the US, you could put a regular sized piece of paper in there, just punch it and put it in, and you wouldn't even have to worry about cutting it to fit, which would be fantastic. But I want to use this up for the whole year. See how bulky that makes that? That's got to come out of there. I have to do something about that. But that is my happy planner. So if you guys have any questions about my planner setup, just put it below, and I will get back to you as soon as possible. Hopefully no more of my videos get hacked, and wish me luck on that. But you guys have a great day, and I will see you next time.